Hi, this is Douglas. I'm going to enjoy reading my poem to you. This is the title. Hey, Myeloma, listen up. Douglas is talking to you. When my dear Diana became my wife, we planned that we'd be mates for life. But after 50 happy golden years, she died and bliss dissolved in tears. For 8 years you too had shared my life, and had really spooked my wife. After her funeral I got to know, she feared that I'd be first to go. We patients must be more aware how hard it is for those who care. When I think about her now I shed a tear. She has not gone, she's just not here. I have our son Paul, and Jane our daughter. She lives abroad across the water, with our 3 grandchildren divine, which once were ours, but now are mine. Myeloma, I have you too, and unlike my wife, you will be there for all my life. You're incurable, that's what they say. A cure may still be far away. Treatable, we are told with ease, a remitting, relapsing disease. The treatment works, and you may guess, I'm grateful to the NHS. I'd be glad to set you free, but you can't do the same for me. We will always be together, shackled by this lifelong tether. So let me treat you like a mate. Let's not argue, no debate. You are my mate, Myeloma. Just like my mate Marmite I use in all my gravies, sauce and stew. Mates enhance each other's living, combining, sharing, taking, giving. Whatever it is you want to do, a mate will want to do too. So let's agree that we'll be friends until the day that our life ends. Luckily, you chose me. I'm glad. I could have had a type real bad. You've been gene-typed as least aggressive, but I know that you're possessive. You can never let me go. You are incurable. But because of your type, you are endurable. I've been lucky, but there are others, infected by your nasty brothers, whose lives are full of pain and sorrows, their lives cut short, fewer tomorrows. When I feel pain, you have a need. I take the pills that are decreed. This is our means of conversation. We converse, you with pain, I with medication. When my time comes, you'll play your parts, along with kidneys, lungs or heart. It will be you who will decide. This is the last stop of our ride. We've reached our final destination. It's time for our joint cremation. My life to me has been exciting. Be assured, I'll go down fighting. Anyone who thinks of me, please cheer. Then I've not gone. I'm just not here. If I've got better as a planner, I'll be in heaven with my Diana. Well, whilst I was being treated by a physiotherapist for lower back pain, I developed a pain in my side at the bottom of the rib cage. An X-ray revealed 2 broken ribs. And I couldn't remember how I had broken those ribs. My GP, who was a blood specialist, thankfully, took tests, and after blood tests and CT scan, he told me that I would be referred to hospital along the cancer route, and because of his tests he was able to refer me directly to haematology. Haematology did further blood tests, a bone marrow aspiration, a whole body X-ray. This led to the diagnosis of multiple myeloma, caught early, which augured well for successful treatment. One vertebra in my spine had been seriously eroded and needed to be cemented up before chemotherapy could start. I had already accepted that I had cancer, but did not expect to have an incurable one. I was sad that I may not see my grandchildren grow up, and resolved to do all I could to prolong my life. I was 67 then. I'm 81 now, so I guess I ticked that box. My target is 96 at least. My father died at 95, and he would expect me to beat him. Myeloma is a problem. A problem is an opportunity in disguise. I feel I lead a normal life, but have to make time for hospital visits and treatments. The blood cancer depresses the immune system and made me extremely vulnerable to COVID. I took precautions and still do, and did not catch COVID. So I'm better off than those who caught it, and many of them died. I'm 81 years young, but know I'm growing older, which has its disadvantages, like osteoarthritis and type 2 diabetes. All I can do is soldier on and not get angry or depressed with my lot, and that makes me feel I'm winning. I guess as my treatment worked out to be very effective, after all, I did have 13 years of remission after my stem cell transplant. I was never invited to join any clinical trials. We need to know new drugs will be effective and had no adverse side effects that could be problematical. I have not had the honour of being involved in a trial, but I would have been happy to. But I think at my stage now, I'm probably past the catchment time. I hope research will continue and that effective cures can be found for future generations. I was in the Royal Free Hospital having had my transplant. One day, the consultant came in to see me in my isolation room, and she said, "Douglas, you're looking well." I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll try and look ill for you tomorrow." The next day, she sent me home. On my final day, I was exchanging banter with the nurse tending to me. I said, "For you, this is a pleasurable day. I'm being sent home." He asked, "What are you going to do on the last day of your hospital stay?" I said, "Pleasurable day and hospital stay? That's scams." He said, "That's it. You can write me a poem about that." So I did. It goes, "A pleasurable day, a hospital stay. If you don't receive it, you may not believe it. I've been there, done that, had the battle, won that. Today is the doorway to tomorrow. Those hospital stays give more pleasurable days, more doorways to more tomorrows, more time to give thanks to those clinical ranks who give those tomorrows, not for sorrows, but to enjoy." Yes, the myeloma bonus is all the wonderful people I have met as a result of contracting myeloma. The medics who spotted the signs, diagnosed and treated me, continue to give me care and treatments. I'm having chemotherapy right now after my first relapse after 13 years of remission. One consultant inspired me to start up the local myeloma support group. This brought me into contact with the fantastic people at Myeloma UK, the national charity. I met many of them at weekend courses for support group leaders. Their magazine, Myeloma Matters, is a must-have. My fellow patients at the North West London Support Group are now a big group of friends that I would not have met without myeloma. It often seems to me like only nice people have myeloma.